Welcome to episode number 6, i.e. weekend number 5 of working on my epic Prius build. Let's go! In the last episode, I was working on the wooden boots, and they were pretty much done at this point. Now we needed to plan for the actual desk that we were going to put behind the driver's seat and figure out the compartments on the other side of the car behind the cooler. The desk and the seating area for the bench take up 2/3 of the width of the car, and the rightmost third of the bench will just be a compartment for storage. First, I'm making templates for wooden support pieces for both ends of the bench. The wooden boots are also getting a few finishing touches in here. They help support the entire build and are also part of the frameworks for both the desk and for the compartments on the passenger side of the car. The metal bracket on the left side connects to the bench on the driver's side, and that other bracket connects to the floor. We had also put together a template for the surface of the desk. Here he's figuring out what the distance needs to be between the back of the driver's seat and the bridge. He's also measuring for the compartments on the passenger side of the car between the cooler and the bridge. I'm pretty sure this was the weekend that I forgot to empty out my iPhone footage, and so I didn't have a ton of space on my phone this day for recording video. I think I had just hit record while I started to do the desk, and then my iPhone storage was full. Womp womp. Rocco had also cut the surface frame for the compartments on the passenger side of the car. That's that piece of wood that's attached to the arch there, making an L shape. We made a little makeshift cushy area so that Emma could get home comfortably, and we were out for the night. How you doing, babies? The next day we wanted to get the desk finalized. Cynthia made that cardboard box to represent my MIDI keyboard, so we were using it to figure out how long the desk needed to be. I also wanted to make sure that there was actually going to be room between the cooler and the end of the car for me to sleep on the passenger side of the car. I didn't have my inflatable mattress handy, but it seemed good. The shape of the desk is coming together to fit behind the driver's seat nicely and also snugly against the door when it's closed. Remember how my phone died the night before? I don't have any video record of this, but I was looking at what I was doing and it didn't quite make sense, and I remember realizing that I cut the slot for the driver's seat on the wrong side of the wood. I was kicking myself because this is not inexpensive plywood, but after measuring and realizing that we needed to cut it down quite a bit anyway, I was able to redo my cuts on the same piece of wood, and we just cut off the part that was wrong. Rocco was working on the compartment framing pieces that are going to attach behind the cooler and also provide support for the build. I'm recutting the desk. For the passenger side compartments I keep talking about, we were planning to make flip-up covers. The back driver and passenger doors are mirror images of each other, and the driver's end of that desk fits perfectly against that door, so I traced that end onto another piece of wood for the compartment cover on the passenger side. There's no great way to get exact measurements, so I'm taking the desk surface back and forth between the Prius and the bandsaw. I'm marking it and whittling it down so that it fits just right. As you can see, that little left arm of the desk is sitting on top of the wooden boot, and it also needs to be narrow enough for me to slide my driver's seat all the way back past it. I'm moving back the driver's seat to check it again. And now I'm going to whittle off a little bit more. Now that I'm done recutting the desk, Rocco can safely slice off my mistake piece and also the parts that needed to come off anyway. And he's measured it just right so that it rests on the wooden boot on the left and sits against the arch on the right. Cynthia has been working on the compartment divider that sits at the front edge of the bench, and Rocco has cut out this smaller arch for extra support underneath the desk. We don't need this entire arch, so he's cutting it down to be just the width of the desk. He's up there figuring out how to best attach everything, and he's starting to bolt things together. This mini arch is going to attach to the underside of the desk. We're getting towards the end of our work weekend, and Cynthia and I really want to get these wings done that we were working on last weekend. So I spend a little time on them while Rocco starts looking at the compartment covers on the passenger side.
Is this how this one goes?
Yes. He's going to think about that. I'm going to go work on some other things for moving into my car, and we're going to see you again next weekend. Definitely not me sitting in my car trying to picture how everything's going to go. My desk is going to be here, my desk, and my little piano keyboard is going to go here. And then I realized that I can mount one of my portable monitors here, and hopefully there's going to be space for my MIDI controllers over here. You know, just getting my plan on.